Live from beautiful Ohio, it's the OK Boomer podcast, featuring siblings, the real Jean and Laura.
Hello. I'm Jean.
And I am Laura, and we are here to encourage all you boomers, millennials, and everyone to be happily okay together. So how are you, Jean? Are you okay?
I actually am okay, but I have to say it's so good to hear your voice, and it's so good to talk to you. I missed you, and I think this past week with Mother's Day, it made me a little melancholy that, gosh, a holiday without really being with all our kids and all together. But how are you?
Well, I'm actually doing all right, and I do agree. It was just Mother's Day, and I was lucky enough to have one child in the morning, but then she flew back to California, and the rest of the day, that was it. I mean, we're used to doing things and going places or brunches or having a bunch of family over. It was a little different.
It was different, and that's what happened to me too. And I got to thinking, this is probably the first holiday that's been, well, Easter. Easter was sad too. So Easter was sad. Mother's Day was sad. And I know other friends have gone through many other events too. We're fortunate that we have all our birthdays in the fall.
We do.
Most of our family birthdays in the fall, but like my friend Beth Ann, she had a big birthday, a milestone birthday, plans to go to I think Bermuda or the Bahamas, one of those nice islandy beach places. Obviously couldn't go.
Yeah, that's disappointing, and it is hard. We actually had my one son-in-law was beginning of April, and my stepson was end of March. And with both of them, we were just, what you talk and you send cards and gifts, but that's about it. So that's tough.
But
we'll get there.
It is tough. And I don't know if you know this, but my younger son is supposed to be in a wedding that I believe is scheduled for within the next month. Well, now they don't know if they can have it. They probably can't have it in the venue they wanted. And then you think of all the logistics. Do you really want to rent a tux? No.
Right.
Do you want to buy a tux?
Yeah, you hate to. I don't even know if they're having any weddings. I know my son was to be in a wedding over Labor Day weekend, and we were really looking forward to it, but they already canceled it.
Now, are they going to get married?
They are. They're doing a very private family and friends. I think 10 people or less. And then they are hoping to have a big party at some point when we can all party again.
That's what I am so looking forward to. That's what I've been thinking about all this week. When can we start celebrating together again?
I know. And not just celebrating over Zoom.
Which is fun.
And I mean, sometimes we ask, I'm just going to ask this now.
Yeah.
Are younger people better at Zoom than us boomers?
We did that family Zoom thing, and I think you and I did just fine.
Yeah, I thought we did too. But I find like, even in some of my meetings, it's really hard for people to not interrupt or chime in at the same time. So it's trickier than you think. But yeah, I thought we kind of had mad Zoom skills.
We do. And you know why? It's because we're professional podcasters now. So we're communicators.
Of course, we're
stars.
Zoomers.
We know how to do this. Speaking of which, I think you were awesome. Let's just do it now. I like this. I've always liked our topic of should boomers be allowed to do this? And yes. I think you had another good idea.
Oh, it should. All right. Because of what we're going through and we can't go to restaurants, the OH and I tried to do something called DoorDash. Yes. So that's my question. Should boomers be allowed to do DoorDash or post a toast? It's not that. It's stamps. Postmates Is it Postmates?
I don't even know.
Something like that, I think.
Coffee Mate? No.
Coffee Mate? I don't know. You millennials
Roommate?
know.
What are some other ones? Grubhub and
Sure.
right.
Drive by.
So
I have
you
no
know what
idea.
my answer is going to be. I haven't done it, and I don't think I'm going to learn that skill. What about you?
Well, I wished I hadn't tried. So I go to see the youthful ones, my wonderful millennial family with the baby, and they are so good at door dashing it.
Okay.
We're hungry for anything, anywhere. They just zippity doo dah, put it on their phone. They show it to me, and in like 2 seconds, I have to figure out what I want because they all know. And so I'm frantically like going through the menu on my daughter's phone and clicking what I think is okay. I really like to study menus. I love food. I love just all the
that's
details.
part of the fun, right?
Exactly. I mean,
Yeah.
I look up menus before I go to a restaurant. It's the anticipation. I love it.
You have to change your mind 20 times.
Exactly. But no, they're all looking at you like, would you just click what you want? So I'm randomly clicking things I'm not sure I even want. Boom. 35 minutes later, we have it.
Okay.
And I thought, this is really easy. So I approached this idea with the OH and said, honey, I think we can DoorDash. Well, he looked a little worried, but we did it.
He sprinted over to the front door, right?
Right. So we did. Unfortunately, our experience was just really bad. 2.5 hours later, I think it was just a busy night, newer restaurant. Anyway, we ended up driving there ourselves to get it.
But you were able to open the app. You were able to use the app.
Yes.
Oh, good for you. And you were able to order?
Yes. So then I tried it myself. I thought, I can be a big girl. I'm going to impress my children and do DoorDash myself when I was down there. And it happened to be Cinco de Mayo. Mayo.
Yeah.
Mayo. Not mayonnaise, mayo. Cinco.
Yes.
The Mexican food. So we decided to order Mexican food.
Sure.
Very clever of us. And I did. And unfortunately, we got a message back on DoorDash saying, oh, they're no longer accepting any more orders. This was like 30 minutes later. So we had nothing. So I have failed twice with DoorDash.
So you got to stick to your 5:30 in the morning dashes to the grocery store.
You betcha. And speaking of which, we did that this morning. We did our 5:30 dash.
Yes.
Got up. And now the beauty of doing this in the senior citizen hour, which we're so thankful
Talk
for.
about early bird shoppers, right?
Early bird shoppers. We get there and you're greeted and they spray the cart before you get there. Now, I might note in California, where my daughter is, they do not let you wear gloves. They spray your hands.
Oh, seriously?
Yes, because I think they think it's safer than people wearing gloves, that their gloves could have been anywhere.
Yes.
Yes, we always use the new fresh little disposable things. But anyway, so we went there. But the best thing, two really good things. Number one, going early, wearing a mask and gloves and your hair in a ball cap because your roots are so bad you have to cover it.
Sure.
Nobody can see you. I will never have to wear makeup again. It's great. And of course, you're in the sweats. I mean, it's just, life is just so much easier now. And this was my big discovery. I'm just tickled pink about this one.
Yeah.
Yesterday, I had the presence of mind, even in my elderly years here, to think I should call the bakery of the grocery store and see if they can make cream sticks for me in the flavors I like.
Great idea.
Yes. Called ahead. Lo and behold, there they were. I said my name. She gave me 6 cream sticks. And there you go. It's been a glorious day.
It has been. I feel like we should just end the podcast right now. It can't get any better than that.
And there's no snow.
And there's The snow is finally gone. So you're right. Well, great, Laura. Have a
Yeah, there you go. That's my happy life. No
Oh, it's
snow and
wonderful.
creamsticks. Yes. So how are you?
Well, like I said, I am fine. I let myself get a little slightly mopey, which is kind of unusual for me on Mother's Day. So I decided to snap out of it because I thought this is what it is. No surprise that there's, we knew Mother's Day was going to be what it was, right?
Exactly.
So I said, come on, turn the old frown upside down. And I decided I'll make a waffle bar for myself. And a couple people were up here at the lake with me too. So
I was going to say just for you.
yeah,
an
well,
entire
I
waffle
would
bar.
have. I needed that. So I actually might have. But yes, there were two other people. I thought I'll make a waffle bar.
How fun.
Yeah, so I put out, I had to use what I had. So I put out syrup and fruit and butter and, like some granola kind of cereal, whipped cream.
Ooh, yeah.
And then I thought, okay, make the batter.
Oh,
Made the batter.
I can smell it now. Yes.
Crashed through all the cupboards trying to find the waffle maker.
Of course.
Found the waffle maker. Got it out. Now, this might kind of sound familiar to you because we have the same kind of waffle makers. Because, of course, we're sisters. We're the real Laura and Jean. We have the same kind of waffle makers.
Of course we do. And it twists over. It's kind that you put in, then you flip it.
Right. Yes. Yes. And I will mention that in a minute, too. Yes. That's a key part of this. Yeah.
Okay.
So, went to plug it in, and in the kitchen, the waffle maker here now went to plug it in.
Mm-hmm.
And the safety outlet thing on the outlet popped out.
Oh, that doesn't sound good.
Right.
Like you had to reset something.
Yeah, that reset safety thing, the red button. The red button that you always think your power's gone out, and then you realize, oh no, I just have to press the.
Yes, you just have to press it in.
Right. And didn't we have a problem with waffle makers at some kind of festive event that you had once?
We did. It was a wedding shower, and we also had the big waffle party idea. And sadly, one of the waffle irons didn't. Yes,
didn't waffle.
It didn't waffle.
It was an awful waffler.
It was an awful waffler.
So
I like that.
Then proceeded, the OH, he's up there. We then proceed from outlet to outlet trying to get it to work.
Yes. A quest.
Yeah. So we finally find one. I put the batter in. I do the flip.
Yeah.
I wait, for all the different lights to shine and not shine and everything else.
Oh, yeah. And steam is like gently coming out and you're smelling it.
Right. Flipped it back.
Yeah.
Popped it open.
Yes.
Everything totally stuck.
Ah.
Yeah, it didn't come out at all.
Darn. And you greased it liberally.
Oh, yes, because I'm terrified of that, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. So I always dump it's basically like all oil and a little bit of batter because that's my biggest fear, right? When you're making waffles.
Yet it came true.
Totally stuck. And then the OH proceeds to explain to me the key to making waffles based on all his experiences being away at hotels where they have the waffle machines at the at the breakfast bar.
Yeah.
So he's like telling me.
That is right. We are all experts now at making waffles from your local Hampton Inn. But yeah.
Then that made me sad for a minute because I thought, well, those days are probably done. I've heard now at breakfast buffets, they just have it like packaged, hand you things packaged.
Oh, sad.
Yeah, all the hotels that have the inclusive breakfast.
Yeah.
So no more flipping the. All right. So I gave up on that, but did that stop me?
So what was your OH's reasoning? I mean, did he have a reason why it stuck?
He just kept going on and on about how you flip it and it sprays and it has a timer and this. And I'm like, okay, well, we're not in a hotel right now. We're here at. I just.
That's so sad. Now, was there an option B?
Yes. So I was sad for a minute. Then I remembered that from our old cottage, we had found a small little. Just a little basic waffle maker, one of those little round ones.
Sure.
Yeah. got that out. Same thing happened. It stuck. I don't know if it was something wrong with my batter. So at this point, I'm just, well, I remembered, and I did have an option C, frozen waffles in the fridge.
Aw, not
So-
the same though.
So I got out my toaster
Yeah.
and I had my waffle bar. Gosh darn it. I had my waffles.
Oh, that is kind of an awful waffle story,
It
though.
is. Which
Darn.
is why I want to share something a little bit happier and more positive with you.
Please do.
Yes, because ever since that waffle day, I thought, oh, I can't wait till we can really all get together as a family and friends and have some special events. And as I was thinking this, I saw an interesting post on Facebook.
Yes.
So I'm in the mood for festivities. I'm on Facebook. I read about an author in England posts that friends of hers had a cream tea delivered to her.
Did you say a dream tea?
Cream.
Not dream.
Cream tea. But I guess this is kind of, you're right. This is like my dream tea. So I've got into fantasizing about what would it be like to have one of these big splashy teas. So I was looking at the picture she posted and I really couldn't recognize anything in it. There's all kinds of little bits and bobs with frosting and fruit and little sandwiches, but I didn't really understand it at all. So I don't know. Have you ever been to a tea?
I have, and I'm trying to picture what you're not seeing. Like, did it have scones or tarts or?
I asked. So fortunately, this is the great thing about Facebook. I have a really good friend named Jessie over in Wales. You've heard me mention her.
I have.
And I should say she's an author and she has published one really good book. Second one's well on its way, and she's even started a third one. So we always have lots of writing things to talk about. So I thought I'll ask Jessie, what is all this? So she told me. First of all, she qualified her response as to what was in this picture, this marvelous tea. She qualified it by saying, I do not have this every day because I would be the size of a house. So bear that in mind.
I will. All right. So a calorie-laden tea party.
Apparently, she said it's a special occasion. Sometimes you have champagne as well as tea.
Oh, I like that.
And you won't like this anymore, but you have to dress up for an afternoon tea.
No sweats.
No sweats, no ball cap, right?
Yeah.
But I thought, okay, well, and she sent me a picture of like she has a friend that they each do a tea for each other on their birthdays. That's so sweet.
That's fun.
And it was a beautiful tablecloth and beautiful dishes and all kinds of, there again, these little plates of. So I found out there's jam and cream. There might be lemon drizzle cake.
Ooh.
Or there could be coffee and walnut cake.
Coffee and walnut cake.
Yeah, what do you think?
That sounds fantastic because I love coffee flavored things.
All right.
Do continue.
Yes, or you could have Victoria sponge. You could have pots of strawberries and cream. And they have different kinds of cream. They have liquid cream, whipped cream, and they have clotted cream.
It
has an unfortunate name, doesn't it?
It really does. Every time I hear the word
gross. Sorry,
clotted, it just sounds like it's gone bad.
Right,
like curds or something.
It's
curds
caught in your throat. Excuse me, I'm choking on my clotted cream.
Oh, but I have had clotted cream.
Yes,
and it's quite good.
Well, good. Then apparently they have different regions of their little island country, which I am actually an Anglophile, so I mean that affectionately. I really like all things English. Yes. So in Cornwall, the Cornish people have a Cornish tea, and in Devonshire, they have their own tea, and they have a big disagreement, these two places, on whether the clotted cream should be placed on the scone first.
Well, that is a serious question. We should survey people. Should
Right. So
clotted
let us.
cream go on first? Yeah.
Right. So I could just picture you and me having the girls in our family, and those tiered dishes with all the little I don't know what
Little
we'd
petty
have.
fours and little finger sand cucumbers on cream cheese. I'm kind of picturing.
Yeah, Hostess Twinkies.
Oh, yeah, Twinkies. I feel like this week or somewhere I read it was like Hostess Cupcake Day.
That would be perfect. See, we could do our own little flair.
Yes,
Right.
yes. The Northeast Ohio, beautiful Ohio tea.
Right. So, but it did cheer me up to think about that, to think about having something really nice and cozy together. Now, I don't know if the millennials would be.
Yeah, I don't know. Because you had mentioned we might be talking a little bit about tea. I asked my one wonderful daughter, the one in California,
Right.
and when I said we might be talking about tea on our next podcast,
Yeah.
and she looked at me expectantly and she smiled and said, "Oh, you mean you're going to talk about spilling the tea?" And I said,
well, we can. Take it away, Laura. What do you
right,
mean?
we could. Does that mean we drip the tea on our saucer? What are you talking about? And she said, you've heard the term spilling the tea. Well, I hadn't.
No.
Because I'm a boomer. So of course I hadn't heard this. And it apparently means gossiping. Like you have something juicy. And then she said there's something called hot steamy tea.
Oh, that sounds even better.
Which is like super juicy gossip, particularly with celebrities, the hot steamy tea.
See, I knew we'd have fun with this topic. I knew
Yes. Yes.
And you really added to it. You have really added something fun to it. Okay, what was that? Hot steamy
tea.
Mm-hmm.
So I wish I had some hot steamy tea on somebody. I really don't.
No, I don't either.
Do you have hot steamy tea? It sounded like you did.
Well, not really. I will tell you one thing. I am kind of an Anglophile, so I was watching, as we're all watching TV, of course. I was watching The Tudors, Tudor.
Yes.
Right. And it's basically about Henry VIII. And this was a very historically detailed, very racy, steamy show.
Okay.
No gossip, but when you mentioned the word like kind of steamy, this show, if you want to watch a steamy show.
All right.
Yeah, old Henry VIII, well, when he was young, he apparently was pretty steamy. Until he started going through all his wives, probably a little faster than he
was able to do.
Yeah, but so all right, so we'll think of tea time. I think we've got the perfect American English version of it now.
There you go. With our Hostess cupcakes.
And our steamy gossip.
That will be our version of tea time.
Okay, when we can all get together. Let's do it.
I can't wait. Are you writing this down?
Yes, but then I'll never find it and we'll forget about it.
Because we have to write it down. Just something too, and I had never heard of this.
Yeah.
Do you ever mix tea with coffee? It apparently is a thing.
No, but accidentally I have done that.
Yeah, I've never done it accidentally, but now I'm tempted. I may try this and I'll let you know the next time we chat.
Okay.
Mixing tea with coffee.
Yeah, I know I've done it accidentally, like when you grab a mug and then it already had like an inch of something in it. But I'm not a huge tea drinker.
I'm not
Once
either.
in a while.
I'm sorry. All you lovely people over there. I've been to Bath, England. But
you have?
I have. So that's like the closest I maybe come to teas over there, but I'm still a coffee gal.
Yes, we are. Well, we need to move on, Laura, and talk about something else really important, and that is your dream. We have a follow-up from Bibiana Krall, who is an author.
Yes.
She's a multi-genre author, world traveler, devoted mother and wife, and she writes imaginative, suspenseful, and dreamlike books. And she's also just a wonderful friend on social media, wonderful to new authors, and just very encouraging to everyone. So she happened to take an interest in your dream.
How nice of her. And I must say, I really like her name.
Oh, don't you like that, Bibiana?
Bibiana. I would like.
Right.
I would like that as a name. But anyways.
Okay, we'll call you the real Bibiana now.
Maybe so. So anyways, she did take an interest in my dream, which, just to remind everybody, I think we talked about this in episode 12, I do believe, if you want to go back.
Yes, all right. Yes.
During all these COVID days, I've been having kind of crazy dreams. And one of them, it was very alarming at the time. Woke up a little bit in a shudder. I dreamed that there were like thousands of leaping porcupines.
Oh, you did. That's what it was.
Right. And they were all over me, and they were jumping on top of me, and they were just everywhere. So this is the dream I think Bibiana was going to help us understand why I dreamed that.
Analyze. She came up with 3 possible reasons, and I will say she has this on her blog, which is Bibiana Krall, KRALL.com, and I have high hopes of also posting what she said and the episode on my own blog.
Oh, good.
All right, if I can bestir my locked in self to do this, right? That is my hope. But she has 3 explanations or ideas about your dream.
Yes.
One is, since you're a recent grandmother of an adorable baby boy.
You betcha.
Son, yes. She said, what if the baby is dreaming, your baby, your little
My
baby
little
boy,
grandson,
right? What if he's dreaming and creating pathways that connect him to you? So what if he's a porcupine, a little porcupine, trying to connect with you?
Oh my goodness. That is a wild thought. So like when I'm down there hugging him and snuggling with him, and he's dreaming, and I'm assuming he's dreaming because he does those cute little twitchy faces. Wow. Yes. Is he trying to connect to me?
Through his brain, yes.
That is crazy. Okay, I kind of like that.
I do too. Woo. Number 2, in Native American animism, some of the many tribes around the Great Lakes region and Ohio River Valley, which is our area.
That's us.
Yes, considered the porcupine to be a sacred creature.
Huh.
So he was seen as a defender in the woods who would defend other smaller animal friends. So maybe he would defend
chipmunks.
What? Chipmunks.
Squirrels.
Right. Oh, baby bunnies.
Baby bunnies. Wow.
Yes. So that's one. So he was there to defend you. He's there to take care of you.
Oh.
Although you seem to be scared. So I don't know if that's really what was going on, because you seem to be kind of scared from your dream.
Well, you would be too if you had 1,000 porcupines leaping all over you.
It sounds like the 12 days of Christmas. 12 leaping porcupines.
That's right.
All right. Last interpretation. Ready?
Yeah.
That a porcupine dream symbolizes your childlike wonder. So this should be your time to be a playful porcupine and embrace joy. Make time for active play and positivity.
Oh, I like that. I like
You could be a playful,
I want to be the playful porcupine. Maybe I could be all of these.
That too.
Maybe I could be like the warrior porcupine who's protecting everybody, including my baby. The baby is sending little porcupine thoughts to me, and I'm playing with them.
There you go. I think you've tied it all together, and it'll be interesting to see. Try to remember this to see if you dream anything tonight. Now that we've discussed it.
Oh, I know.
What will happen to your brain?
Well, heaven knows what could happen to my brain.
I know.
Ask my
Many thanks to Bibiana Krall.
Yes.
Many thanks to her. And look up her books. I had the opportunity to listen to an audiobook by her. Is great, really good.
I will look that. That was very nice of you, Bibiana, to analyze my dream for me. Thank you.
Yes, you playful porcupine. Well, Laura, as usual, our time goes by so fast. Almost time for us to go, but can I give a quick shout out to the all ladies over 80 basketball team?
They are all over 80.
80. You have to be over 80 to be on this team. Apparently, it's out in San Diego. They haven't been able to practice, so they're trying to practice on their own, but there is a team. And it just sounds like so much fun. We have so much to look forward to.
Yeah. I mean, we could start practicing now. We got years to practice. All right.
We do. So yay for them. Now I'm ending this on a happy note. Yay to them.
I love them. They have a name?
I think they were called the Splash.
Snappy. Very snappy. Yeah. Oh, I wanted what could we do? We could be like the over 80, maybe croquet people.
Yeah, but basketball, that's pretty.
Basketball.
Or lacrosse or something. We have to be something kind of. We could call ourselves the Porcupines.
We could be the Porcupines. Perfect. The over 80 Porcupines. And by the way, we are not close to 80. I have to say that.
No, and you really aren't.
Well,
you really
neither are you, but all right. That's positive. I like that.
And on the inside, we're way far away from that. Of course, I think those ladies are too. In their inside, they seem like they're pretty young and exuberant. They're playful as well. But we have to say goodbye, Laura.
No, it can't be that time.
Yes.
Really? Gosh. I feel like we just started. It just zips by.
I know, and now we have to go through that agonizing time for everyone of where we try to remember all our.
This is always so.
Look it up on okboomerpod.com. Just look it up there.
Exactly. okboomerpod.com, Instagram, Twitter, OK_boomerpod. I think we never know. It's hopeless.
This is. We get worse and worse each time.
We do.
Maybe we'll have to have Pat change her outro and include that for us. And thanks to Pat. Thanks, Pat.
You're always wonderful. She somehow puts us together.
Right. We'll invite her to our big tea.
Yeah. Sounds good.
All right. You take care. I love you.
Love you. Thank you, everyone. Toodaloo.
Be sure to come back to beautiful Ohio and the OK Boomer podcast. To listen to previous episodes or to drop us a line, visit okboomerpod.com.